We're just learning several structures are gone at Chinese camp in Tuolumne County. We'll have live pictures in just a moment. Fires sparked across the region today as lightning moved through the region. Although there's no official cause yet, we're tracking fires in Calaveras County, there on the left, Tuolumne County in the middle, both triggering evacuation orders, and on the right, fires in Sacramento County that were sparked by lightning.
We also have quite a bit of wind damage in the Carmichael area from storms this morning. We talked to people who have downed trees and damage to their properties, and we'll have much more on that in just a moment. But first, we want to focus now on these fires, which again, we've just learned are destructive. Thank you for joining us here for our News at 6. I'm Edie Lambert.
And I'm Curtis Ming. CAL FIRE says there were more than 12 fires that have started across the region today. You could see there in Stanislaus, Calaveras, and Tuolumne counties. CAL FIRE has now grouped 9 of these fires as the TCU September Lightning Complex. In total, the acreage of those fires is more than 5,500 acres.
We're putting most of our focus on the 2 fires that have triggered mandatory evacuations. One is in Calaveras County, south of Murphys and west of Douglas Flat. In Tuolumne County, 2 fires near Don Pedro Reservoir are triggering evacuation orders around Chinese camp. Those are the ones that we know have now destroyed homes. You can scan the QR code there on your screen at any time to see a map of the evacuation orders.
Live Copter 3 is over Chinese camp right now, and if we could work to get the overlay to show you the streets, you could see exactly where these structures are gone or on fire. This is just north there of Red Hills Road, and you could see that we have a community there with the fire moved through this afternoon. This started north of Don Pedro Reservoir this morning, and the fire perimeter did show the fire moved north on into Chinese camp, and it shows that it burned very close to Red Hills Road, and you can see right here from Live Copter 3 with these exclusive pictures, it burned through a field right there, and we do have homes right there along Red Hills Road, and we have structures there along Red Hills Road that have burned. The burn perimeter right now, the latest official burn perimeter is right up to Highway 20, and it shows that the fire has burned into the south side of Chinese camp, and we do know within the past hour they expanded the evacuation orders to the north all the way to Yosemite Junction and Montezuma. But right now we are getting our first confirmation of structures gone along Red Hills Road. You can see Main Street there, downtown Chinese camp, as well as Washington Street, and we do have homes peppered throughout that area. And this is the first glimpse we're seeing of the damage as that fire tore through this area. We do have live team coverage of the fires and today's storms with our weather team standing by right now, tracking all of the conditions. And we have a closer look at the weather damage in Carmichael.
And first, we start with the fires in Calaveras and Tuolumne counties. KCRA 3's Peyton Headley is in Chinese camp now, so we can see some of those structures behind you right now.
Yeah, and we are actually on Red Hills Road that Curtis was just talking about, where the damage on the ground here is devastating. You can take a look and see a number of different properties, flames still rising up from it. This is on Red Hills Road, where it intersects with Highway 120. That is the section that we are on right now, and these properties, really devastating sight to see. This is a small community. It's a small town. The population when you drive in says it's about 150 people. So those watching likely know exactly whose property this is and where the fire is and what direction it is heading. And as you turn this way, Tyler, you can see even in the distance more black smoke going up. That black smoke is never a good sign. A number of different structures. It looks like there may have been crops back there as well. You can also see in the right side some flashing lights from fire crews. So they're standing by here. We saw them in this neighborhood a little bit earlier, and then they took off and moved, it looks like, that direction with the fire. And then if you pan back this way, unfortunately, it is not just this side of the road. The fire jumped from over here, and it has also spread over here as well. You can see a number of different cars, properties that have just been reduced to rubble, and a lot of these flames are still burning. In this section of Red Hills Road here, there are no fire crews, and that's because the fire, of course, it is, whoa, that was a big boom there. Let's turn this way, Tyler. This trailer, within the last 5 minutes here, it had been putting up a lot of smoke, and then let's say within the last 5 minutes here, we started see some flames coming out of it. That explosion, that's where it's coming from. But you can just see the extent of the damage here in this community, on these homes, on these properties. and how much smoke there is in this entire area. There's more homes over here that haven't seen any damage yet. That direction that we're pointing right now, where you can see those flashing lights and some of those fire crews, that is Highway 120. So that is where these homes are off to the right here. This is the United States Postal Office here in Chinese Camp. So this fire is spreading. It's spreading very quickly. We were initially over on Highway 120 not 10 minutes ago, and it had already jumped over Highway 120 and over Highway 49 as well, and burned both sides. And then on the ground here, you can see the power line. A power line has burned and it's come down, so we've been keeping our distance away from that. And then again, as you look at this trailer here, devastating sight for the families that live over there. That is going up. I'm sure you can hear it. Some things exploding in there right now. Cars in that area. You can see some chickens on the ground, some livestock. A lot of people in this area have animals. I'm not sure, Tyler, if you can pan to the bottom of that sign there with the stop sign on it. It looks like not only are there chickens, but there's also chicks as well. So they have gotten out of this area as that trailer has gone up. We've got fire crews coming down the road. But yeah, this fire only continues to spread. It is very, very windy. At 2 p.m., it had been 200 acres, and by 4 p.m., it was over 2,000 acres. So spreading rapidly. The windy conditions are not helping fire crews, as we know that numerous structures and cars have been damaged in this fire. We're going to keep walking up and down this section of road here, go back out to Highway 120 near Highway 49. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys.
Peyton, before you go, can you talk us through a little bit more about the wind conditions and exactly what you're experiencing there and any changes that you've noticed while you've been there?
Yeah, it is very windy. That was the very first thing that I noticed when I got out of the car on Highway 120 and we stepped out. And you can probably see it blowing in the trees if you just look at that mobile home that went up and the smoke that's blowing with it. It is just absolutely taking it. And we've seen so many embers on the ground here. The ground is coated in different spots because, you know, there's pieces that have burned from homes, from trees. There's leaves. It's spreading embers everywhere. And of course, it's not a big town, but it is hitting and impacting a lot of people in this small town just on this road that we're at right here. And of course, that mobile home looks like it is still going up. There are fire crews right there. We've seen their hoses just a little bit earlier, parked right at the intersection of Red Hill Roads and Highway 120. Their hoses have been on standby, but at this point, yeah, it's really going, and you can see the wind just absolutely taking that smoke, those embers, and carrying it. We know that, again, it's already jumped the highway. I'm not sure, Tyler, if you can pan to the left here, it gives you another better look at what is all burning. It just goes further and further down, and how quickly the wind is taking the smoke and those embers near that man's property. It looks like he might have a bucket trying to dump out those flames right now.
Yeah, there's crews out there looking to assess what structure protection they can do, but clearly for a lot of these homes, it is too late. Back to the loud explosions. I know you've heard at least a couple. We've heard them through your microphone. Are you getting the sense these may be propane tanks or other things that people may have in that area?
Yeah, I mean, we can walk a little bit closer. You can see actually right behind, hi sir, you can see right behind this mobile home that's going up right now, a huge propane tank. So hopefully that doesn't go up. We'll keep our distance, but yeah, and just looking all over the property to kind of give you a sense of what is burned, what these families have lost here. This is the home, the property that is right next to the United States Postal Office here on Red Hills Road. That mobile home up in flames. Again, we continue to hear pops. A good assessment that it likely is some of them propane tanks, but other things, maybe ovens and stoves that are inside of that home.
Peyton, thank you for safety reasons, and thanks for showing us the propane tank right there within your field of vision. We'll let you get to a safer spot. And we also know that Live Copter 3 also had to back off. We're in the middle of a storm here, right?
Yeah, lightning. So we backed up just a little bit, but we've been monitoring Live Copter 3 just off camera, and we've seen several structures on fire. This is right over that area where Peyton was standing, right off of Red Hills Road, right off of Highway Highway 120. Chinese Camp is a gold mining town. Dates back to 1849 when the Chinese came and started mining for gold in this area. And the population now is about 100 people. But this, where Peyton was standing, was on the north side of this small community. And this fire came from the south and has essentially burned through the community. And that's why we've seen several structures on fire.
Well, and to your point, you know, there are areas of Chinese Camp that are historical sites and other really important parts of California history that are preserved in that area. So really a lot of precious, you know, in addition to the homes that are also precious, a lot of things to be protecting in that area. We want to move now to the fire burning in Calaveras County. KCRA 3's Anahita Jafari is off of 6 Mile Road near Murphy's, where that fire started. Anahita?
We are on 6 Mile Road in Calaveras County, and you can still see a lot of smoke in the air right behind me. Take a look at some of that smoke making its way up into the air still. We're not seeing flames on this side anymore. We're on the east side of Ironstone Winery, but we have heard that there's a little bit more fire going on the west side of it. We did drive over there to try and see if we can give you guys a look, but unfortunately we could not see it from where we were at, so we came back over here to show you this again. You can probably hear some of the air traffic going a little bit above us. There we go. There is one form of air traffic dropping some fire retardant down, so you can hear it coming over. You can see all that pink making its way into the fire to slow it down. Like I said, from the road where we are right now, you cannot see any flames, but we do see crews still driving into that fire. We do see one fire truck over there. That is the inmate firefighters, and they have been out here working hard trying to help get rid of some of that fire that we had seen earlier. We have been out here since 3 p.m. and earlier we were seeing that fire make its way over the hill. It now has made its way fully over the hill, but the flames thankfully did stop. So make sure you're keeping your eye out for those evacuations and warnings and staying safe. Live in Murphy's, I'm Anahita Jafari, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, just so important to see the air attack right there. Thanks for showing that to us. And, you know, those operations are critical. One of the problems right now is that as the firefighters are attacking these one at a time, we're having lightning strikes starting brand new fires.
In fact, Live Copter 3 backed off just a moment ago after seeing a bolt of lightning, and now they are telling us that this right here is believed to be a fire that was just sparked by lightning. As Edie pointed out, we have crews racing to these flames, trying to put these flames out, and we have more fires starting.
Let's check in with our meteorologist, Heather Waldman, and a look at conditions out there.
Yeah, and I have the latest radar scan popped up. This is right on the edge of Stanislaus County and western Tuolumne County and into Calaveras County, so kind of right where the 3 counties meet up. A couple lightning strikes detected just within the last few minutes. Live Copter 3 had to back up about 10 minutes ago, so there were other strikes that you're not seeing here. There is some rain reaching the ground, but these lightning strikes obviously hitting very dry fuels. It's been a stretch of hot, dry weather for the past several weeks. Fortunately, cooler weather to come in a couple of days, but just look how active the radar was this morning. This is from 5 a.m. to noon today. Hundreds of lightning strikes in this same area. We know that some of these fires were confirmed to have been started by lightning. Others, you know, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together there with the lightning in the area and these fires popping up all around. So let's look a closer view at some of these fires. We'll start with the one that's burning to the south of Murphy's. You can see the streamlines here representing the direction of the breeze. That breeze has picked up some this afternoon. Temperatures, yeah, they've been running hot in the 90s throughout this afternoon, and the breeze picking up as well. Here's our forecast model winds. This is 6 o'clock this evening. Winds around Angels Camp, Copperopolis up towards Columbia, gusting 15 to 25 miles per hour as the Delta breeze comes into the valley and kind of pushes up the east side of the valley and into the foothills. Once we get past sunset, the winds are going to back off, and as we typically see, that little bit of a breeze is going to start moving down the west slope of the Sierra. As we go into the day on Wednesday, winds lighter than what we're seeing now, but there you see that upslope flow starting to pick up in the afternoon. So another thing that firefighters are going to have to contend with, as they typically do on some of these longer, larger fires, is the winds shifting throughout the day. So we'll keep tabs on that for you too. Back to you.
All right, we want to talk about the evacuations right now because we have 2 shelters set up in Calaveras County, one at Bret Harte High School on South Main Street in Altaville, and then Tuolumne County, the Sonora Senior Center, which is on Greenlee Road. And now we're just hearing that the Black Oak Casino is offering free rooms to anybody who's under a mandatory evacuation order. So they're making free rooms available to those folks.
We have the address there, 19400 Tuolumne Road North. Again, you just have to show your ID. Just confirm that you are in one of those evacuation zones.